This is Pookie Washington live from the MIC in Manchester, Manville. Folks, today we have a shocking story about a woman who mistakenly gave up the... Who wrote this? Wow. What kind of half-assery are we writing here? I can't repeat the actual phrase used here, but the woman mistakenly gave up the goods. We have a witness to the story. Mr. Joe, welcome to the show. Now, Mr. Joe, we're gonna need you to tell us, what do you know about this particular situation?
Yeah, I seen the young man. The young man said that she told him that he shouldn't even be approaching her. Okay. She had a real nasty attitude. Oh, real nasty. Huh? You know how the young girls is. And so the boy said he went rented a car in a nice Airbnb, and he told the young lady he was just seeing if she was a gold digger, or if she was involved in, what did the boy say? Involved in pure thottery. I don't know what that is, but he said she. Hold
on 1 second there, Mr. Joe. Let me ask you something. What? How did this young lady look?
She had green hair, and she had long nail like talon claw. You know, like the birds that be flying, like birds that be flying.
So, would you consider her?
I'm on TV. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Would you consider her a ratchet thought?
The long claws like that.
You run a reputable establishment here. Who wrote this? You're gonna get canceled. This is ludicrous. Wow, we're gonna get in trouble for this one. Mr. Joe, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please continue, Mr. Joe.
No, man. Not Uncle, not Mr. Joe. Okay, Uncle Joe. Okay, you know, like Uncle. U-N-C, Uncle. Anyway, the young man told her that he was just testing her, and he told me she gave up the booty. Wow. Okay. She gave the booty up. He would clap her cheeks.
Wow. Okay,
what do you
so
call it?
When you say she gave up the booty, what exactly do you...
She gave up the goods, man. She gave up the Cinnabons. He said he was in there jumping her, boy. He jumped the bone.
Wow.
He said he clapped the cheeks.
Well, the lesson learned here is stop being shallow and stop engaging in pure thottery, because it leads you absolutely nowhere. And I'll tell you...
I tell you what. Let me tell you something else now.
Okay.
So she gave up the booty to, what's that boy name? What that boy name is? Tyrone. She gave up the booty to Tyrone. They were talking about it in the neighborhood the other day. And I tell you one thing, I ain't saying she no gold digger, but she ain't messing with no bro.
Wow.
Hey, I got a good in
People,
it, boy.
What we can take from this story is that we've got to be on the lookout for these con artists who are taking advantage of our young men. And in the words of Mr. Joe, I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
She gave up them good, boy. He said he was getting in there, boy. He was humping it like a horse. Yeah, boy. I tell you, boy, these young girls now, boy. Woo, we back in my day, boy. I tell you.
We can't say that on air. Wow, we're gonna get canceled for sure. This is Pookie Washington reporting. Back to you.
The content in this podcast is meant for mature audiences.
This is the Unorthodox Jukebox Podcast, and here we discuss relationships, mindset, money, and just want to start by saying this. Look, I'm not against anyone. I'm not about bashing anyone, but I am about helping men experience growth in all areas so that they can become their best self. And that includes calling out female nature for what it is and holding women accountable for their actions. There's nothing wrong with that. We as men get held accountable for our actions all the time. So for whichever partner you choose, they should be able to have self-accountability. All right. So thanks to all my old subscribers. Thanks to all you new subscribers. I really appreciate the support. Thanks to the Cash App crew and everybody who watches and supports this channel. As you know, timestamps are in the description if you want to jump around and you don't want to hear me ramble. Sometimes I got some good stuff to say, though. You might not want to miss it. Now, here's the question. It's an age-old question. Been asking this question for a long time. Are women gold diggers? I honestly don't have a problem with women being gold diggers. Women have been wired to be this way since the beginning of the time. You know, and I think a lot of times it gets misconstrued because they might have goals, they might have morals, they might have boundaries, and they might, one of their boundaries or whatever that they expect from men is that they have a certain financial level. Now, I'm not talking about the ridiculousness we hear on, say, Fresh and Fit podcast, where these women talking about 500K, 200K, $500,000. Are y'all a loony? This is ludicrous. Y'all need to, like, statistically, it's going to be hard for y'all to get somebody who makes six figures. That's 100,000. And studies, statistics, inflation are showing that even that is still not enough in today's society to really be able to kind of like thrive. So they say you can if you budget, like I talked about in the money episode. Go watch that. But are women gold diggers? Absolutely. All of them are to some degree, because no woman wants a broke man. But there's nothing wrong with being a gold digger. Don't let people, deter you from being a gold digger. Now, there's a difference between being a gold digger and wanting a man with money just so you can take advantage and use it and not give anything in return than it is to have a standard of a man that makes a certain amount, but you're giving everything in return, like to be that to bring value into a man's life. Those are two different things. And I think often the two get put in the same category. So what am I going to teach my daughter about it? I'm going to teach her to be a gold digger. I don't want her to come home with a bum. I want her to find a guy with, some morals and that's intelligent and that has a career, that's not a bum, that doesn't sit on his parents' couch. I'm going to teach her to try to find a guy that's worth something. And if she compares him to her daddy, it's going to be some pretty big shoes to fill. Now, I don't believe that there's anything wrong with being a gold digger, because nobody wants to be with somebody broke. And if you're a man and you're supposed to be the leader and you're supposed to lead, then you shouldn't be broke. Go back to the money episode that I talked about how you can increase your bag and go get your status up. Until you do that, stop doing everything. And I broke that down, what I mean by stop. There's a lot of areas where you can grab some money at. Now, historically, women look for, when they're looking for a partner, just at a basic level, status, money, and physique. Just think about these things, right? With the physique, this is why I tell you to go to the gym, get in the best shape you can, be the best looking. Because let's just face it, the average men are between 5'8" and 5'9", or whatever the statistic is. So if you're not tall, like a lot of women want tall guys, you got to do other things to make yourself to increase your value, right? One way you can do that is by getting in the gym, looking the best you can look. The other way, get your money up. That increases your value, even if you're not as tall as they like, or if you don't look as good as they like in the face, per se. And then the status, right? Men have to work incredibly hard to gain status, to gain recognition. I don't think women realize how hard that is and how long you have to do it, the longevity it takes to reach that level. So women look for this, nothing wrong with that. They should look for that, right? Because I think men and women were put on this earth to procreate, right, with each other. And so biologically, they're wired to find the best partner, the best mate to do that. So I don't think it's wrong for them to look for a man with status or money or physique. A lot of women today, though, instead of looking at it for that reason, are now just looking at it as a come up, right? They don't want to do no work. They want somebody to take them outside, put them inside, but they don't want to give anything in return. That's the difference. So it's okay to be a gold digger if you bring value, because you've earned that value, or you earn the things that you're going to get from that high value man. All right. Now, most times if you're a man, because I told you it takes decades for a man to get to a certain status, right? You don't qualify unless you lie. I'm not telling you to lie. I'm just saying. This is why men lie most of the time, because women are cutthroat out here. And now that they got all these options, bruh, you ain't gonna make the cut. That's why men lie. I would say tell the truth about your intentions and let them choose, but whatever. Y'all want the box, so y'all doing crazy things. Question: do you think men lie Well, I know the answer to this, but do you think men lie so that they can have a higher perceived status to get women? Write it in the chat. We already know the answer to this, though. And I'm going to talk a little bit about hypergamy, all right, and all these apps and being single, okay? You don't have to take my word for it, but this is statistically proven. Women always go for the better man, or they want to. Just think about apps, right? When they go through and they put their filters, they usually might put something like a man has to make this certain amount. He has to be this tall, and they'll swipe left on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and they only swipe right on just a few. That few is probably the top, I would say, 10% of men. They'll always go for the better man when given the choice. That's why a lot of women say that they settle. And the term is settle down. This is what they used to tell men all the time: settle down. It's a little bit different because of the dynamics now. But anyway, there's a couple of channels where they do loyalty tests. These are some hilarious channels. But they use this to attract women. So what they do is they'll be behind the scenes. They'll rent out this nice pad or some expensive cars. And then they'll put whoever the guy is, they'll put the guy's girl to a loyalty test. And almost in every single one, they go for it. But what do they go after? Those three things I just said: status, money, physique. I don't know if the physique is all that great, because women do physically date down. That I believe that that's true, because all men are not in shape. And I've seen some bum dudes get some good girls, some nice looking girls, and I've seen some fat dudes get some nice looking girls. I know some personally, and I was like, how did that happen? And this is not me bashing anybody, but I call it how I see it. You know what I mean? So hypergamy is true. They will always, just look at the apps. Christian Rudder, the co-founder of OkCupid, he did all this research and found out all these things that women prefer when they date. Now, these days, a lot of women are okay with being side chicks, because most of the side chick, I'm telling you, it's modern day prostitution. They give up for money most of the time. Do y'all disagree? That was a bit extreme. Put it in the comments. I want to take a pause. Our sponsor today is Growth Gang merch, like I'm wearing. Y'all please support the channel. It looks just like the shirt that I'm wearing. Got a bunch of dope, quotes that I truly believe in. Help you get better. Constant reminder when you go to the gym or whatever. Zero excuses. That's the one I have on today. 100% focused. That's another one. I have some other designs coming. Anyway, the link will be in the description. And look, it doesn't cost you anything to like the thing. Even if you don't like me, give me a thumbs down. That's fine. That helps me in the algorithm too. I'm all about free speech. I want you to say what you want to say. I don't want you, if you got something bad to say, I want to hear it. I encourage free speech, unlike everybody else that calls you a misogynist when you say, don't let her have an Instagram or go on girls trips. I'm just kidding, y'all. Just like to ruffle feathers a little bit. Fellas, remember, never give your resources to a woman who doesn't deserve it. You have the right to say no to being finessed, but make sure that you're being the best version of yourself you can be. Get to the gym, get your money up, get your mindset right. Keep watching this channel and I will show you how to do that. Go check out the book. You want to start your own online business? This is available on Amazon. I'll have the link in the description. Also, if you want to have want to understand relationships better, go check out the book, The Blueprint to Relationships. That link is also in the description, and it helps me buy better gear for the show, better production quality and whatnot. Anyway, if you want to donate, please donate to me on Cash App, Rivers World 1. Even if it's $1, I appreciate all donations. I'll take pennies. I'm just kidding. You can't send pennies via Cash. Don't send me no pennies, fam. I'm worth more than that, man. Send me some bucks, man. All right. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next show.